was it like to build your own habitat home? What was the most fun?
The most fun thing about building my own home with the Habitat family would be working with Miss Kathy, the construction manager. Being on site with her, she kept us on task, she kept us motivated, and she kept us hydrated. The most fun part with that would be knowing that I put the work in, that I wasn't behind the scenes, it wasn't some big construction crew that came in. It was actually my hands who built the home, along with many, many, many other hands. And that right there is a lot of fun.
And what was the biggest learning experience?
The biggest learning experience would be knowing where all the plumbing is at, because obviously it's important not to put nails in the wall. And if that was to happen, then Kathy would have to come back out and fix it.
And we don't want that.
No, we don't want that.
Can you tell me what being a homeowner means to you?
For me, home ownership means security and peace of mind, and that covers a wide variety of things. Number one, the security of having a safe and decent home. A home where our ceilings aren't falling in on us and we're not falling through the floors, because that's where my kids and I came from. For some people, it's a rent burden, and that's why they get a Habitat home, but that wasn't our case. Our case was that we lived in a home that wasn't safe. And so that's one part of security. Also, knowing that for the rest of our lives, we have a place to call home and a place that we can afford, and that makes me feel secure, and that gives me peace of mind. So that's what it means.
So much. We're so happy to have you in the Habitat family. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm happy to be part of it.
Yvonne, how has your life changed since moving into your Habitat home?
Well, we went from living in an apartment at a storage facility. It was myself, my husband, my 3 daughters, and my mom. So it was pretty crowded for a 2-bedroom apartment, and we didn't have our own yard, or we couldn't really go out during business hours because of customers and things like that. So it's changed a lot, just for the fact that we have our own space and we're all together, and you know, the fact that we can make new memories in a home all together. So it's changed a lot.
I bet. And what's it like living in your Habitat home? What kind of things do you do? Family celebrations, the girls' rooms, did they get to decorate them their own way? Can you tell me a little bit about that?
A little bit, probably not as much as they would like to. We're still working on that. Every year gets better, so you know, that comes along with it too. We did recently get a trampoline, and the girls were able to get their first pet. We've never had a pet before. They got a dog, so.
What's the dog's name?
Charlie.
Wonderful. So if everybody likes their Habitat home, give me a thumbs up. Awesome. Thank you so much for being a part of this video.
Thank you guys for allowing us to be a part of it.
Have you noticed an improvement in your children's grades since you moved into your Habitat home?
Absolutely. Not only their grades, their attitude. They have a nice quiet place where they can do their own studies, and just they're doing wonderful. We all are.
How about you personally? How do you feel now that you have a stable home environment?
I feel so blessed that I have this opportunity to call this wonderful place home. It's just so reassuring.
Anything else you'd like to share with us that I haven't asked?
I just feel like the luckiest lady to be able to have my home, my children, so they can grow and just keep striving.
And Gale family, if you are happy with your Habitat home, give me a thumbs up. Right on. How has your neighborhood changed through Habitat for Humanity's Riverside Neighborhood Revitalization Initiative?
Well, my neighborhood has changed in Jurupa Valley by rehabbing the houses for well-deserving families and building houses for well-deserving families, and also has made my area more family orientated, because before we didn't have as many families coming out and helping out and looking at all the area. And now, since they see that everybody's coming out and making the area nice, they want to take part in that, and they're taking pride in their area.
Would you say it's pulled the community together?
Yeah, it has. It's made everybody take off graffiti, and it just made the neighborhood just more nice.
And do the families in your neighborhood engage more now than they did before?
Yeah, they do. They come out more. They see more of our children coming out and playing with the other Habitat houses, since they're all all around the street. So they all come out and play, since we all know each other, and then everybody comes out and all the kids get to know each other. So they like that.
And how do you like your Habitat home?
Oh, I love it. It's everything that I would ever dream of.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for being a part
Thank
of this video again, and thank you for coming.
Well, thank you.
Can you tell me how Habitat for Humanity has benefited your community?
In the short period of time that I've been there, 1 year, I feel that Habitat has benefited my community, which is Jurupa Valley, which is the new development. I feel they benefited it because my home was an abandoned home, and they took this home and they refurbished this home to make it for me and my children, which probably attracted squatters and rodents and just unwanted neighbors and people. So I feel like they take these homes that are in these neighborhoods that are potentially great neighborhoods, but just have one little eyesore, a house that's just sitting there and nothing, no one's doing anything with it. The community, the city, nobody. So they take these homes and they make it better for our families.
Do you think that seeing your house changed from an abandoned home to a living, breathing home with a family in it has brought up the neighborhood pride and maybe made other neighbors take a little more investment in their homes?
Yes, I do. Actually, I see the neighbors out there all the time. I even see someone out there painting their house. They're constantly in their yards. When I first drove by there, when I first got my address and went by there, people really weren't out as much as they are now, so I definitely see people out and about and everything. I do know the house across the street has been working on their yard. When I first got there, it wasn't that great, but now they're working on their yard and their property, so just to keep everything looking really nice. So I really believe it has.
Well, I'm sure they're very happy to have you as a neighbor, and we're very happy to have you as a Habitat family, and I want to thank you for being a part of this video.
Thank you.
Thank you.